Spartans! How are you? It's Adam Richman from Man vs. Food, from Secret Eats, the food that built America, and American Made on the History Channel. But this isn't about my CV. It sounds very impressive, but it has nothing to do with this course. Now, you have Dr. Trey Malone, who is teaching you arguably one of the most popular courses at this university, and it's probably the most perfect course for this time. So let's talk a quick little bit about decision-making in the agri-food system. We're currently in a world and in a country where population is increasing at an exponential rate, but resources increase at a geometric rate. So obviously, we're going to have to start to turn to different types of food sources, and we're going to have to reevaluate the entire food supply chain. Now, this is something that actually Andrew Zimmern, my bald, wonderful testicle-eating buddy from Travel Channel, has already explored. In other countries, they'll look at different protein sources, different actual living things as protein sources, and even trying to figure out how we can streamline the food chain. And we've even seen the way the food supply chain has even been interrupted and affected from COVID. Here in New York, where I live, upstate farmers have had a surplus because downstate restaurants are not able to buy them, not able to use their inventory, and it's had a incredible ripple effect, both positively and negatively, within the food and beverage industry, within the hospitality industry, and in fact within the agricultural industry. You're finding more people like myself growing their own things, so you're finding growing and gardening happening in urban centers. You're finding a lot of people moving towards community-sourced agriculture. You're finding farmers and different types of livestock farms learning how to pivot within this time. So right now I want you guys to soak up as much of this information, not just for potential careers in the food and agriculture industry, but also just as people living in the age of COVID. You know, people are saying that now, the cool buzzword is, farm to table. Well, the distance of farm to table is now becoming more important than ever. And in fact, people are now trying to take ownership of that farm and bring it as close to the table as possible. The other thing that really bears noting, and you have a great professor in Dr. Malone, that you have to be aware of one key thing. We also live in an amazing country that has an unfortunate income disparity. So a lot of the people who work on the farm can't always afford to eat at that table. So right now we live in a time when the knowledge of the industry and knowledge of the way agriculture and food work, the way the industry of agriculture and food work hand in hand, is now going to be more important than ever in terms of job creation, job stability, food security, and food stability. So I say to Dr. Trey Malone, thank you so much for letting me be part of your class. To your amazing Spartan students, go green and white, and listen to this guy because he's got a lot of good stuff to teach you, not just for this class, but for the world in general. Have a great class, guys.